My story, just being a blessed person, humble as I can be. Born in Fort Worth, Texas, raised in PG County, Maryland. Um, just being a humble person, get my mom in better situations, get my folks in better situations. So.
Now let's break some of these elements down. Born in Fort Worth, how old were you when you moved, and what was the reason for the move to PG County, Maryland?
I moved from Fort Worth. First of all, I moved from Fort Worth to Pine Bluff, Arkansas. That's my folks from. On my mother's side. My daddy's side, they from Texas. And I got folks in Chicago on my granddaddy's side from my mom. The reason we moved from the South to Maryland, PG County, because my mom ended up taking a job out there. She was a teacher. We ended up taking a job up there, and then we just moved.
Well, let's dissect it a little bit further. Give me the age or the grade you go from Fort Worth to Pine Bluff. That's right? Pine Bluff?
I was living in Fort Worth for about till I was like 2 or 3, I believe. And then I moved from Arkansas to PG like 6 years old. I was a youngin'.
And do you know why the reason from Fort Worth to Pine Bluff?
I think my mom said she just got tired of Fort Worth. She said she just got tired of it. If you know Fort Worth now, it's just like, it's just crazy out there right now. Like my daddy still live out there, my siblings still live out there. Like I was the only one out of all my siblings to move from the South to the East Coast.
So your parents split?
Yeah.
Did that have something to do with the move?
I don't want to say not so much. I just felt like my mother, she just wanted the best for me. Because I'm my mother's only one. My daddy, like, there's more of us. There's 8 of us in total.
And how many of your siblings was same mother, same father?
I think 2. I'm going to say 2.
But you were the only one out of the 2 to move all the way up to PG County?
Yeah.
And was this an older sibling, younger sibling?
I'm the middle child, so...
I meant the ones out of...
oh, they older than me.
Both your mother and your father?
Yeah, they older than me.
Brother, sister?
Brother and a sister.
Well, the one... sorry, let me be a little more specific. The ones that was just same mother, same father. You had one sibling.
Oh, you talking about, like, did we have the same mother, same father?
Yes, exactly.
Nah. Like, I'm my mother's only boy.
Okay,
I'm my mother's only child. My dad is more of us with him.
So, and you're in the middle there, the middle child.
I'm the middle child.
Now, do you know why your parents split?
Not so much. I think it's just like they were together for 9 years when my mother told me, and like they I don't know. I guess they outgrew each other.
Were they actually married?
Nah.
And do you know what age or what grade you were when they actually split?
I was about 2.
Oh, so right before your mom goes to Pine Bluff.
Yeah.
Or at the time she goes to Pine Bluff.
Yeah.
And you were really young when it happened, so I imagine you didn't even know what was going on back then.
Nah, I was just a happy little boy.
As you were growing up and you realized that you do have a father, a biological father, how often would he be in your life?
He was always talking to me. You know, a good dude. My daddy, he a good dude. I had no bad words to say about that, man. I love my pops. I love my whole family. Like, he called, check on me, see how we doing. I felt like over time, like, when I got to college, our bond became even more closer, like 10 times more closer.
Why or how did that happen?
I want to say because, like, I kind of like, once you go to college, you kind of like branch away from your mother. So I branched away basically from my mother. So, like, I mean, like, we talked about more stuff, like more, personal stuff, like women, sports, etc. You know what I'm saying?
And you did bring up women in the conversation, so I do want to ask you this, and I don't want to assume, but what is your sexuality?
I like women. Love women.
Now, when it comes to your father, he would keep tabs on you, stay in connection with you throughout your life growing up. Would there be times you would actually visit him? Would there be times you would actually stay with him?
So, to be honest, like, I saw him, like, okay, after we moved to the East Coast to Maryland, I seen him again when I was 10, when my granddaddy passed away. My granddaddy died. Then I moved, then we went back. We was only there for a couple of days, me and my mother. And then the last time I saw him personally was last year around my birthday, when I turned 23. So
he visits you, you visit him?
I went to go see him, me and my girlfriend at the time.
And when it comes to your relationship, as he remains in your life, was it more so just phone calls? Was it FaceTimes?
It was more so phone calls. It was more so phone calls.
And would you call him when you needed him, needed advice, things of that nature, or was he more or less just checking up on you?
He'll check on me. You know, I was the type of person, like, I ain't really, like, I don't know, like, sometimes I keep my demons to myself. So, like, I mean, now that I'm getting older, I kind of express my feelings a little bit more, because it's not cool to, like, hold your demons inside. You need to talk to somebody and pray.
When it comes to prayer, is it a certain religion you follow?
Christianity.
And why that religion there?
One, it just make more sense to me. You know, of course I grew up on it, but it's just like, reading certain things in the Bible. Like, my favorite book in the Bible is Revelations. And the things that's, like, happening now, Revelation talks about it. You know what I'm saying? But, like, growing up in the DMV, like, especially PG County, like, it's the main, we just have a lot of Muslims. You got, people Christian. So it's like, I grew up with a mixture. I had my football teammates, they were Muslims.
Did you explore that religion at all?
Nah, not really. I didn't really explore it so much. I like pretty much like the way how they fast though,
Did other Muslims try to get you involved into their religion at all, or no?
Nah.
No one felt any type of way that you were Christian?
Nah, nobody up there cared what you follow for real. Like, everybody up there just like, well, everybody in general, people in general, everywhere, they just to their own self. Like when I remember in high school though, we did like, it was an issue between the football team and then like the Muslims, for real.
Care to shed some more light on that?
So I was a freshman. This was 2010. I was a freshman, and it was in the cafeteria. I was in class, but this before like group chat it was a group chat. It was just like people were forwarding messages or whatnot to each other saying such and such about the fight, woo about the fight. So like I don't know how the issue got started, but one of my, like, I was on JV, one of the varsity players, he got basically like, they say he got dropped, and then like it was just a big brawl in the cafeteria, like a big brawl. But like I ain't gonna lie, like I think a lot of them, it was like a trend in PG County where like everybody like wanted to be Muslim for real, like, cause they had the kufi and stuff. I only met like about, you'll know who a real Muslim for real.
How?
Out there. I mean, you can just tell the way how they carry themselves. This is the way how they carry themselves. And you got like your different types. I know I had a homeboy, he was a 5%. So he followed like more like Malcolm X, like Farrakhan. And you got the Sunnis.
And this brawl that happened, was it Muslim against Muslim? Was it Christian against Muslim? Was
Nah, it was
religious?
just like
Was a religion had something to do with this,
I
or?
don't even know how to fight. I don't know why they started beefing. It was just like a fight. Like it was just a big. It was just a big brawl. Like people had issues. I don't know why they was beefing on each other, but in high school, I stayed to myself. I didn't care about none of that. I was like, let me go to school, get my grades, go to college, play football, go try and go to the NFL. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know. Like I had on the football team. I think the dude who a lot of them who were fighting, they were Muslims.
So did religion play a part into this, or you just noticed?
Nah, religion didn't play a part of it. It was just, I don't know why they started fighting. It didn't play a part.
So just to be specific here, the person that got into the brawl, were they a specific type of Muslim?
I want to say it was Sunni.
And the ones that they got into the brawl with, do you know what type of Muslims they were?
Probably Sunni.
Okay.
I only met 5% my whole life.
When it came to being raised under Christianity, was it your mother that raised you that way?
Yeah.
And was it a certain denomination of Christianity?
I think my mom, she grew up.
For example, there's Eastern Orthodox, Roman Catholic, and many varieties of Protestantism.
It was just Christianity. Like, I don't like, personally, like my mother and I, we don't like to put just say a title, because you have your Baptist, then you got the Methodist, the A&Es. Like, we just believe God, and we believe Jesus died on the cross for our sins. So I don't really like getting to the categories. Like I say I'm a Christian. It's it's just so many categories to separate people. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get into that. I believe what I believe, I had a lot of friends that are Muslim. I got friends that are atheists,
When it came to, some go to church, some Christians go to church, was it a certain denomination of a church that you attended?
Nah, it was just Amazing Grace Christian Center. That's what it was called.
Now, when it came to your mother's side, would you ever deal with her boyfriend? Would you ever deal with a step-parent?
I mean, when we moved to Maryland, my mom she did end up getting married. Yeah, but that didn't last too long. They divorced, they were only married for about a couple months or a year, but that didn't last long,
How did you deal with him?
He was a cool dude, got my hair cut for free. He was a real cool dude.
He was a barber.
Yeah.
Good barber?
Excellent.
Do you know why they divorced?
I think he cheated on my mom. I want to say. I think he did cheat on my mom. Yeah. I don't like cheaters. I got cheated on.
You ever cheated on someone yourself?
Nah. When I'm in a relationship, I'm loyal to the fullest.
The relationship where you got cheated on, how long did that last?
That was my first love. That was up to a year. We lasted for a whole year.
Go ahead.
It was in college. We was in college. I went to Bowie State. She went to VCU, school in Virginia. And, she cheated on me and then got pregnant. I laugh about that to this day.
Did you catch her cheating, or she admitted to it?
This is how I found out the story, right? This is how I found out the story.
It was your first love.
Yeah, right. This is how I found the story. All right, so boom. This is 2016, summer 2016. I'm back home from college, getting prepared for the next football season or whatnot. So I'm scrolling through Twitter. I barely get on Twitter. Like back then, I was barely on Twitter. So she having a conversation with her cousin. Like, it's not on no DMs, it's through the timeline. So I'm just scrolling, I'm reading them, and then she's like, "How you doing?" Da da da, woo da woo. And then her cousin was like, they was just asking each other how they was doing. And then she was like, my ex, she was like, yeah, I'm pregnant. Laugh out loud. I was like, what the fuck? Hold on, cuz. So I called her. She didn't pick up the phone. Called her like 3 times. She didn't pick up the phone. So I ended up liking the pictures. I mean, favoring the messages and retweeting them. So then she called me back and she was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I'm pregnant. I didn't know how to explain to you. I'm so sorry. Da 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 da. And I was just like, bro, like, I left it where it was. I was like, I mean, you wasn't loyal. I don't care. I told my brother about it. My brother was on go. He was upset. I called my best friend, my homegirl. She never liked her. She never liked her. But my brother, he was just like, fuck that hoe. Where she at? Like,
What was he gonna do, prepared to do?
nah, he wasn't gonna do nothing. He was just like, fuck that hoe. Like, fuck her. He wasn't gonna do nothing. He was just upset just as I was.
And this is your biological brother?
Nah, we not biological. It's
Just
like,
using the phrase.
yeah, cause like when I first moved to Maryland, that was like my best friend. Like we clicked, we still together to this day. That's still my brother to this day. Like never lost contact. To this day, that's my twin.
Care to share his name?
Named Justin Ben, aka Big Benji's.
Oh, he's to the side of us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How'd you two meet?
We was in the 2nd grade. We both used to like wrestling. So that's how like we clicked. And then we found out we both Scorpios. So we ended up clicking even more. And then, just stay in contact. Like I ended up moving to like a different side of PG County. I lived everywhere in PG County. Everywhere. And I moved to a different side.
When it comes to the first love, how'd you two meet?
How did we meet? Instagram. I ain't even try to take it far. But then we ended up hanging, chilling. Yeah.
So you initially reach out to her, or she initially reached out to you?
I went smacking her first. I barely go smacking females, but like I was just playing one day. Then it just led to another.
Do you still keep up with her?
Last time I heard, she lived out like Colorado somewhere. Last time I heard with her baby.
So is it safe to say you guys broke up on bad terms, no terms, good terms?
Bad, but like eventually, like I feel like you need to forgive people. So I forgave her, but just know it never be us. Like it never be her and I again.
But you guys do remain in contact?
No. Mm-mm.
Well, because I mean, last you heard she was in Colorado, so I didn't know if you were keeping up with her.
Yeah, nah, that's the last thing I heard. Like recently she ended up DM me on IG, and like she gave me her number, and then like we did talk for like 5 minutes, like on FaceTime, but I wasn't like, I just said I gotta go to sleep, and I just fell asleep, and she said text her the next day. I haven't talked to her since.
What was the point of her reaching out to you?
She said she missed me.
So for you, never again.
Hell nah. Nah. If you cheat on me, bro, then, cause I know in a relationship, bro, like I give out my heart, and I don't give out my heart to people. I don't give out my heart to people. I don't really trust people. So her, not like after that, it'll be nah. And then my ex recently, she good. She really good people. It's like we didn't end on bad terms. It was just like I'm growing as a person. She growing as a person. We were together for 2 years, so it was just like, she's still in school. She a senior, and I graduated 2018. So like, I mean, I'm traveling and stuff now, and she doing her thing.
Same school?
Yeah, we met in college. She was a volleyball player. I played football.
How'd you guys meet?
How did we meet? The first time she said she remembered me because I used to date this cheerleader on campus, and like her and I, we still cool to this day. But they was on the same dance team, which I never knew. And then Like, they was like, they started, like, it was like one summer, I just got out of football practice. Like, we had spring ball, so it was in the springtime. We got out of spring football practice, and then it was like a little event going on campus. They had like a lot of stuff going on, and then like she was a dancer, so like she was dancing like, cause I knew one of her other friends or whatnot, and then she was there. She said she saw me. She remember seeing me and stuff like that, and she thought I was cute, but I didn't remember her. And then like I used to carry a pit bull around. It was a pit bull puppy around on campus. His name was Iverson, and like I ain't gonna lie, I was using that to give me girls, but but like she saw me, and then she saw me, and I guess she thought it was cute. She thought the dog was cute. Then like I, she was in Texas, cause she from Texas too. She from McAllen, Texas, and she moved to PG County when she was like 10. And I just DM'd her, said I wish I was back in Texas, and then that's how we just went on for a conversation from there, and then we just clicked. Probably the best relationship I ever had in my life, to be honest.
Do you think, well, before I ask you this question, why did you guys break up?
It was more so, like I said, like it was just more like we just growing.
Like you grew apart? You guys are into two different things?
Yeah, like I
You
would
guys
say
have two different lifestyles?
kinda, yeah. I would say like it's like, I do music or rap. Like she a dancer, she play volleyball. Like she's still in school, so she got a lot of stuff to figure out. Like your early 20s, you just figuring stuff out for real. So I'm still trying to figure stuff out. Like I know I'm gonna get out of Maryland about next year, so I'm not even gonna be in Maryland no more. But it's just like, I mean, she wanted to break up, and we both was hurt, and it was just like, it was more so like, it felt like just wrong timing. Probably like good people, but wrong timing. So it was just like probably something like that. And I just, yeah.
So what, were you a sophomore, junior, senior when you met her?
I was a junior.
And she was freshman?
Yeah.
So my question that I wanted to ask you, that I paused myself, was you met this female in person.
Mm-hmm.
And the relationship lasted for 2 years.
Yeah.
The first love, you guys met online, on social media, on the internet, and that lasted 1 year. Do you think because you've had experience both of these relationships, and I don't know how many other relationships you've had since then, but does meeting somebody in person initially have a better outcome, a better relationship versus meeting somebody online?
For sure, so. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Cause you get to feel the person more. You actually can like, once you talk to me, I'm looking in your eyes. Like I can, like, let me see if you lying. You feel what I'm saying? And like plus like the ex that cheated on me, she was from Virginia. They different out there. No diss to Virginia girls, but I love Virginia girls, but it's just like, I don't know, they just so green, cuz they just so green to me. Like every all of my men that mess with a girl from Virginia, I'm not even talking about South Virginia, I'm talking about like Northern Virginia, like closer to DC. Like they just seem, they seem easy. They nice, they super nice, but at the same time they sneaky though. Like I had a homeboy, when we was in high school, his girl, she was from Virginia, she cheated on him.
So were these two relationships the only relationships you've ever been in?
These were the two serious ones. I dated.
When it came to dating, would you meet people in person, online?
Person. It would be person. It would be both. Half the time, I'm just trying to like, yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm just trying to
have sex?
Yeah.
And Because you had a better outcome with somebody you met in person, do you prefer that? Like,
Yeah.
are you against meeting somebody online
I
and
ain't
getting into a romantic relationship with somebody online? Are you against that totally, or?
Nah, I ain't against that at all. You get it how you live. Like if you know, some people. I think some people they just like. I got a homeboy. He just felt like. He told me he think it's easier just to go smack the girls on Instagram, and then like in person. Personally, me, I don't really be going like smack. Like I don't be approaching a female first. I just let things fall into play. Like I don't force nothing. I just like we can have a normal conversation. Then one thing leads to another. I never force a girl to do something. I don't be pressing to go out. I don't even be pressing to have sex like that for real.
But do you initiate initially or no? Like, do you reach out and show interest first, or you just let the girl show interest in you?
I let the girl show interest first. Like if I reply like on an Instagram post, it's like because I really like meant it. Like say like she posted like a post about just any random thing. If it's funny, I'm gonna say that's funny, laugh out loud, or anything. But other than that, I don't be like, hey beautiful, hey gorgeous nigga. And nah, I think that kind of goofy to me sometimes.
Okay, so I want to tighten some loose ends before we go into any other further questioning of this segment. Your first love that you mentioned, we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Was that also the first person you lost your virginity to?
Yeah. 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 Dang, I was stupid.
What do you mean?
I was just stupid. I was just so green. What I mean by stupid, I just like kind of thinking about it, I'm like, was I really in love? Or that was just a girl I just lost my virginity to? Yeah, I just thought about that just now.
What age was this when you did lose your virginity to her?
17, 18.
And how far did you go with your schooling?
I graduated college, Bowie State University, 2018.
Bachelor's?
Yeah.
Bachelor's degree in what specifically?
Communications.
And how far did you go with football?
College till I graduated. I had a lot of injuries though.
What position were you?
Corner. 6'3", 195 at corner.
What number?
25.
Were you always number 25?
In college, yeah. High school, I wore number 7.
Was there any meaning behind either number?
7 because it was like, that's my favorite number. It's just my favorite number. I just like the way how I look. And it's supposed to be like a complete number. You know, mean complete like you're a good person, you complete your soul. And 25 because since I had dreads and I was 6'3", 195, my coaches and my teammates was like, you Richard Sherman. So they just put that 25 on me. And I just went with it. I was like, I don't care. I just want to play.
You were a starter?
Yeah, I was like, my freshman year, what happened my freshman year when I came to college, one of the other starting corners, he was All-American, like in person, the toughest corner I ever seen in my life. He broke his foot. This was like week 5. He broke his foot. And I was the next in line, so my coach, he just threw me in with the Wolves. We was playing Virginia Union, I'll never forget. First play I get in there, they scored a touchdown on my side. And then, like, my teammates came over and was like, look, you know, you a freshman, but, like, Ready, his name, we called him Ready. He was like, he hurt, so we gonna need you. So I came in there. They ain't complete nothing on my side no more. And then my freshman year, I won all rookie. I was freshman of the year. I was rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year as a freshman.
So did you end up starting sophomore junior,
year,
senior?
Sophomore year, I tore my labrum. And I had a bad season sophomore year, so I was like rotating in and out. So, but like, I'm not a selfish player. I'm not a selfish person. So it's just like, whatever I need to do to help the team, I'm gonna do it. Like I forced fumbles. I ended my college career with 7 forced fumbles, but I was rotating in and out. I started some games. I had to play started a game. My coach, he always said like, nobody solidify their position. If you have a good week in practice, you're gonna start. If you don't have a good week in practice, you're not gonna start. So like I tore my labrum. I played that whole season, my sophomore year, with a torn labrum. I got surgery. I got surgery right after the season, and the next year I did my rehab. Next year I came back. Probably the best season I had, like the funnest, best season I had. The senior year, we ended up winning the championship. So I had a real good college career.
What? Go ahead.
No, that's what I like to say. That's what I like to say. I just had a good college career.
What division of football was this college?
Bowie State D2. They about to be D1 though. It's a powerhouse. We a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying?
And was this a athletic scholarship you received?
Yeah.
Full ride?
Nah, you don't get full rides. Full rides are kind of rare, especially in D2. If a person say they got a full ride and not starting, then they lying.
So it was a partial?
Partial, yeah.
For all 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And was there any chance in playing in the NFL?
After I told my freshman year, I had a herniated disc in my back. But after my torn labrum, it was just like I don't even care if I go to the league, to be honest. Like I think after that, I kind of like lost. I don't want to say I lost my passion. I ended up losing my passion like after I graduated, cause like I had chances, as far as like going to other leagues like arena and do it, but I was just like, man, I need to get money, so I ended up getting a 9 to 5, getting a job, and start doing music. And I was like, I ain't gonna work for nobody my whole entire life, so starting up my own label, trying to start my own label.
Were you doing music prior?
I ain't started doing music till like after I graduated, 2018.
And what was the reason for doing music?
My homeboy, my brother inspired me, and then my cousins out Texas, they inspired me. I got cousins out Texas that rap. I got I never met. Two of them I never met. I never met two of them. And the other one, he's 16. No, he's 7. He just turned 17. So we talk here and there. Then my other cousin, he do music too. Like I got one cousin named Spud Boom. Then I got another cousin named Splurge. But I never met them before. And then my other little cousin that I talked to, his name Spiffy.
And these are cousins on your father's side?
Yeah.
And Splurge, is this a popular rapper?
Yeah.
Okay, I've interviewed him.
Yeah, I seen it. My daddy told me, my cousin Najee told me.
Okay, because, sometimes other rappers can have similar names, so I didn't know if we were referring to the same one or not.
That's him. I never met him. Like, I never met him. Like, I don't know him. I don't know dude. Like, I never met him.
I have interviewed him, and if people want to watch my interview with Splurge, they can search his name on this YouTube channel and check that out. And just curious, did you know they were already doing music prior to you actually doing music, or did you find out after you already gotten into it?
I found out, like, when I found out like probably like during. So it's just like 2018, I was doing music, but I wasn't really taking it seriously. I was just trying to stack my bread. I was just trying to get my money right. Then last year I started taking it seriously, but like my cousin Najee, shout out Najee, he sent me it was a link, a YouTube link or an Instagram page, and he was like, post this, da da da. I was like, who this? He was like, this our cousin. I was like, what? He's like, Splurge, yeah, this our cousin. This is like the intro, it was the intro part 1, the first intro. And I started listening to it, I was like, dang, he hard for real. And then I got my other cousin, Spud Boom, like I don't know neither one of them.
But you have spoke to them?
I never spoke to him a day in my life.
Oh, never spoke to them either?
I never spoke to Splurge, I never spoke to Spud Boom. I don't know them. I spoke, Najee, me and Najee were close. And my other cousin, Spiffy, we cool. Like,
why didn't you get a chance to ever talk to either of these two?
I don't know. I was in Maryland my whole life. And like my cousin Najee, That's that's my auntie's son. So we been cool. We been close.
You didn't ask Najee to hook it up? Hey, I want to
Nah.
I want to FaceTime Spud or Splurge?
Nah. I ain't like that.
Why not?
I feel like I'm just being a groupie at that point. Ain't no disrespect, but I mean, just like ain't no handouts. People different. Like where we from is different. Like it's no handouts. It's cool to have communication, but you know, like I don't like I never met this man a day. I never met them a day before in my life. So why am I coming since I do music? Why I'm gonna come and be like, yo, hook me up, let's do this, da da da. Nah, son. Nah. When the time right is right. If I meet him one day, then I meet him. If I don't, then my life keep moving.
Well, just from a different perspective, you never know unless you try. And I don't know if just like how Najee presented them to you and said, hey, check this out.
Najee and Splurge, they were close.
I wonder if Najee presented you to him, Splurge, and said, hey, you got a cousin out here doing music. I don't know.
I mean, during that time, I really wasn't like taking music that seriously for real yet. So I was just dibbling, dabbling with it. I wasn't. Plus, I felt like my music wasn't even good back then. But like I wasn't taking music that seriously. Like now that I'm like getting a little more of a fan base now, just like okay, I can start going somewhere with this now.
If Spud or Splurge is watching this interview, care to say anything to them?
I mean, what's good, Ken? I'm your cousin Tex, Maryland. I know Spud locked up right now. He locked up right now, but shout out Splurge. You hear me?
You never know though, just because someone's locked up. They could get the word or they could get access somehow to this interview. You never know.
Yeah.
But anything else you would say to them, or that's it?
That's it.
Would you like to explore a relationship with these two musically? Would you like to connect with them musically? I mean,
yeah, I like to get to know all my kinfolk. I like to get to know all my family. I got family in Chicago that I met them one time. I don't know them like that. I met them one time.
And does your father know this at all? Does your father know Splurge does music and Spud does music and you do music? Has he said anything?
My daddy, he introduced me to Spud Boom as far as like his music. And then like Splurge, like he watched Splurge grow up, pretty much.
Do you think he mentioned you to Spud?
I wasn't doing music around that time. And like I don't think they close. I don't think they cool like that for real.
You referenced your high school in this interview. Care to share the name of the high school you went to?
Frederick Douglass High School. The chillest, quietest high school in PG County. Like, that school is quiet. It's chill.
Also, when you said you had opportunities like arena and stuff like that, why didn't you take those opportunities?
I needed money now. Like, I mean, also I just felt like I kind of just lost my passion for football, to be honest. I've been playing football since I was 6 years old. After when your body, like, I've been injured since high school all the way to college. Like I tweaked my knee in high school, messed up my knee. I ain't tear nothing. Just they said like bones or something just collided, something like that. I don't know. And then what else? What else I did in high school? I messed up. I strained my shoulder in high school, but I ain't need surgery. Freshman year of college, messed up my back. Then tore my labrum. Next year, then senior, first game senior, I passed out on the football field. I blacked out. I passed out, and I don't know. Like I got asthma, but my asthma never ever bothered me. It never bothered me. Never bothered me till my senior year when I turned 22. 21. 21, yeah, 21. That's when it bothered me. It never bothered me before until my senior year.
So was this considered an asthma attack?
I don't even know if it was an asthma attack. All I know is it was humid. It was just hard for me to breathe. And then like, I don't know, like I knew I was in shape. Like I did condition, passed my condition test and everything, but it was just like, I think it was more so the area we was in. We was in New York, but it was just like the heat was just different. Maryland heat is more humid. New York heat, I don't know, like New York heat is humid too, but I think it was just like the area we was in. And then like it was just hard for me to breathe, and then I was just like passed out. And then like I woke up, and then like they was just cooling me off. I had put my asthma pump. They had my asthma pump, so
Was there video of this?
nah.
And was this springtime?
This was in the summer. This was our first game senior year. It was in August.